welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a little different than normal. It's not a DIY, it's more of a sit and talk through. I have some very exciting news to tell you guys. So of course I gotta be dramatic, but I quit my job to be a full-time entrepreneur. It took me years to get here, but I'm finally here. Like, I quit my job. I have to keep reminding myself that this is what I really did, because I'm like, this is not real. Like, I'm gonna wake up on Monday and I will not be clocking in for anybody else but myself. And that is the best feeling that I have. Like, it's unmatched. I've never experienced such joy to be able to say that I'm in the position to quit my job. Now, this video, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of insight of my background, and I haven't really had a about me or about what I do. I kind of talk about it a little bit in my videos, but I'm gonna get a little bit more into detail in this video so that, you know, I can kind of answer some of the questions that I do get on a daily basis. So if you guys don't know, obviously, my name is Kalia. I do own KT Collections, which is an online clothing boutique. Right now, it does specialize in women's fashion. Eventually, I do want to expand, but for right now, that's what I do. Additionally, I have another brand that I have branded under myself, Miss Kalia to Shell. I have planners and journals that help people execute their daily plans, and I can go a little bit more into details on my planners and journals in another video. I want this one to be primarily about my background and, you know, a little bit more about me, so y'all can feel a little closer to me and just understand why this is just so personal for me and why I'm so excited to be able to finally quit my job. I started entrepreneurship back in high school. Like, I was doing sew-ins in high school, and then that transitioned into college. I was doing sew-ins all day, every day. My friends can tell y'all, like, I was not going to class, unfortunately, because the money was calling. And to me, it wasn't even just about the money. Like, I literally enjoy doing hair. Everything about hair to me excites me. I can be having a bad day. I can be overwhelmed with school, and hair just used to fulfill. It has since I've been a little girl. My family members, I remember I would have those little ponytails, and I would do them myself because my mom used to hurt me so bad that I refused for her to do my hair anymore, and I would do it myself. And my family would be like, how is she getting her part so straight? Somebody has to be helping her. But no, it was all me. Like, I love hair. But fast forward to my junior year, I wanted to always have an online store. So I was always working and making my own money, but I wanted to have my own store eventually. And initially that was supposed to be a hair store. So my junior year, I was dating this guy, and like, him and his family, they all knew how passionate I was about hair. He had a sister as well. She was too. So, you know, time went by, and the family came to me and the sister and was like, you know, y'all, I know y'all have great minds when it comes to hair and entrepreneurship and business. So I want y'all to combine and create this grand hairline. So we did that. Me and his sister, we planned, we bought logos, we did all that. And unfortunately, towards the end of that journey, me and him broke up. So y'all know how that goes. He kind of gave his parents an ultimatum and was like, yeah, like, if y'all, you know, sponsor her, then y'all can count me out as a son. I will not be talking to y'all anymore. And the parents, they never really came to me and told me they were done. They just kind of stopped talking to me. So that was that. Of course, I was hurt. I mean, at that point in my life, I was still in school. I couldn't really come up with the $5K that they were promising me, and I felt like that's what I needed to start. So I kind of let that dream die down. You know, the sister and I, we wanted to figure out how we can work something out together, but it just never worked. And so I was just like, you know what? I was sad for a little minute. I'm not even gonna lie, but something just told me, Kalia, use this as your motivation to go and get this stuff yourself. So that triggered me. Like, ever since that happened to me, I have been on go ever since. So now we skip back to, and I'm still in school. I graduated college May of 2018. I started my brand KC Collections February of 2018. I released that on my birthday. So during that time of me being sad from them canceling on me to me finding another brand, I wanted to kind of change the name and just make it to be about me, and that's exactly what I did. I started a new company. I felt bad for a very long time. I was beating myself up like, how am I going to start a brand and leave, essentially people behind? But it was done to me, and I didn't want to do it back out of spite, but I had to go and get it on my own. I had to know from that point on, I told myself that nobody is going to believe in you and stick with you throughout this whole journey like you are. So never, ever, ever again did I allow somebody else to promise me a dream of investing in me. Ever since that day, I have been investing in myself, and I eventually, I'm open to different things, but that's a different conversation. But from that point on till now, I have been getting it on my own in every possible way. When I opened in February, it was great. It has been booming ever since. But unfortunately, I went through a period where I wasn't giving it my all, and not because I didn't love it, but because when you graduate from college, you're so stressed out trying to find a job. You're like, okay, I've been in school for 4 years. I have this degree. I need to find a job. I need to pay my bills, because these bills after 6 months, they're going to start coming in. And to me, credit was so important, and I just stressed myself out to find something that could kind of make sure that I was in the great financial situation as possible. I found a job in October of 2018. Yes, in October of 2018, which was just a few months after I graduated, and that is the job that I recently just quit. So I was doing collections. People didn't pay their car note. I was talking to them. I was calling them. I was, basically just chasing after the money for the company, and it was cool. It paid me. But for me, it was almost impossible for me to give my business 100% and give the job 100%. No, I'm not saying that it's not possible to have a 9-to-5 and a side hustle, because obviously it's possible. But when I'm using the term 100%, it was impossible for me personally to give my business 100% and give my job 100%. And of course, I ended up giving my job 100% because I don't play when it comes to attendance or anything that is, if I'm going to do something, I make a commitment to something, I'm going to do it. And I should have had that same energy towards my business, but it was a hard place. First of all, I was working 40 minutes away from our house. So realistically speaking, I am getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day to make sure that I'm out the house before 6, because traffic in Atlanta is crazy and I have to drive that. So if I leave anytime after 6 o'clock a.m., I'm going to be in traffic for almost 2 hours every morning. And traffic to me was very draining. I did different things like listen to motivational speeches and different podcasts to kind of help me ease my mind, but it was still draining. So now I leave the house at 6 o'clock. I'm in the car from 6 to 8. I work at 8, get off at 5. When I get off at 5, I'm in traffic for another 2 hours. That's at 7 o'clock. So at this point, I have been up for over 12 hours dealing with the same thing of something that is not my passion. So, for me, I hated it. Dedicating that much time to something that I hated. At one point in time, I hated the job, but I loved the people. So that was pretty much how it was the whole time. We all didn't care for what we were doing, but for us, it was like, we have each other. We're going to make it through the days. And for me, I'm very giggly. And I like to joke and play. So I'm always going to keep the people around me energetic and make sure that our spirits are all up. And we all did that for each other. It was like moral support. We were always there for each other every day. We sat near each other. So even though we didn't like what we were doing, it wasn't that bad because we were all cool. We had lunch together. We used to plan little things after work. So it was great. I met some amazing people that I will always hold close to my heart. I'll keep in contact with them every single day. But all in all, it wasn't fitting for me. Honestly, I stayed so long because, for one, it's paying the bills. 2, I was using that money to invest in my business for the most part. I love nice things. I wanted something that could, can pay for my lifestyle as well as just make sure I'm in a comfortable situation. Now, that word comfortable is where I went wrong, because I was extremely comfortable. Even though I hated it and I used to wake up every day like, man, I'm not getting up to do this again. I am. I hated it. But it was just taking care of my lifestyle. So I would just sacrifice my own personal happiness for my lifestyle. Now, let's not get into the fact that when you have an online boutique, you are dealing with inventory every week. You have photo shoots every week. And for my job, sometimes we worked on the weekend. And the weekends for me, it was always a schedule clash between models and myself. It was a lot. It was a lot. And then you only get 4 hours of PTO every 2 weeks. That, you take with a grain of salt, because I want to use that for my boutique, for that personal time. But also, I have a life. I have family. I want to travel. I'm only 24. So I want to still be able to do those things. And it was just so hard for me to balance. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I loved the fact that I was able to grow, because that job taught me a lot. Talking to customers all day, every day has taught me how to deal with my own customers and my own clientele, and how to deal with people that are going through different emotions, and just making sure that I stay true to myself and true to who I am, no matter the situation. Corporate America does teach you some life lessons, just like how I feel college taught me life lessons. I have a degree that, it's always there for me to fall back on, but I have no intentions on ever using it. And of course, I have family members who, you have your family in your ear, and although they support your dreams, people are just used to doing things that are comfortable. So I had people family members specifically, my friends were always supportive of my dreams 24/7. My friends used to always tell me, girl, you are good at way too many things. You're so talented. You literally do everything for your business. You take the pictures, so you're into photography. You build your own website. You do your own graphics. You handle every aspect of your business, to where even if you did quit your job, you can use those little talents and still make money on a daily basis. So you have it in you. You're going to get it regardless. But then you have family on the other side. And these are the people who have watched you grow from a little kid, and they're telling you, Kalia, it's a struggle working for yourself. It's almost impossible to be your age and you have all of these responsibilities as far as the things that you have to pay for, and we're not going to pay your bills for you. So you have to make sure that you are in a stable situation to pay your bills, because we're not doing that. And for me, I'm like, dang, it put me in a very hard place, because I'm like, okay, if I quit and then this happens, and I hated that I had to be negative, but when you have so many things being thrown at you, it's hard, and you're already in a place of, I hate what I'm doing. I was already not in the best mental space that I needed to be in to even take any kind of feedback, because anything was in my head. I didn't know how to separate this is an opinion or this is a fact. I just couldn't separate it. For a long time, I was all over the place trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And after a while, up until a few months ago, something hit me. It was I paid off all my credit cards. Money just came to me. It was just coming out of everywhere. It was literally everywhere. I was touching money every single day. I was getting opportunities every single day. And I'm like, these are the signs. I've been praying for so long for God to show me a way for me to survive without having to work this job any longer. And the money that I was getting, it did not come from my boutique. I was paying my bills off of things that weren't the boutique. And that's when I knew that I could leave my job. So yeah, my boutique is going crazy. I made the largest amount that I have ever made during the pandemic. And for me, I'm like, if I can do that during these times, what can I do when the economy is in a much better position? What? It just didn't make sense to me anymore. And I'm being disrespected. I'm being belittled. And I have all of this talent and all these things that I'm great at. Even if I had to find another job, I just knew that job was no longer fit for me. I didn't belong there, and I no longer wanted to work another day of that job. And so here I am. I put in my 2 weeks, and I was out. I was out of there. And so here I am today. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I wake up to my own schedule. And now this is going to be a little bit different for me because I haven't done this before. But I know that there are a lot of different things that I'm going to figure out that's going to work better for me to make sure that I stay on a strict schedule like I would have if I was working for somebody else. Those 15, 13 hours into somebody else's company, I need to make sure that I give myself that same energy and just give myself a chance to really succeed at my dream. I feel like I've earned this opportunity to give it my all, and I promise myself that I will not take it for granted. I don't have a crazy savings. I don't have it all figured out. I am straight, my bills are straight, but I don't have it all figured out, and I'm not close to having it all figured out. But if it's one thing I know, I will take the feeling that I felt working for another company and implement that in my daily life so that I never, ever have to be in that situation again. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to use that to fuel the beast in me to never, ever settle or slow down or, let myself slack off because I never want to be in that position again. And I'm going to do all that it takes to make sure I never get a dream. Regardless of what that dream is, don't let anybody stop you from getting to where you need to be. Like, I was so unhappy for so long, and I let different energies feed into me and, manipulate my mind. And of course that was on me. But now, nobody can tell me anything. Promise me that whatever your dream is, you're gonna give it your all because you deserve that. You owe that to yourself. Like, I really had a dream and I really accomplished that shit. Like, I really did that. And you're gonna feel so great waking up knowing that everything that is happening in your dream is all because of you and because you didn't let anybody stop. With that being said, now for the fun part, this is my first photo shoot since I quit my job. Well, since my last day at my job, because mentally I've been gone for a long time. I'm gonna do an inside photo shoot today, and I do like the white backdrop theme, but I'm gonna try something a little bit different. You can always look at my website to see how it comes out, and of course my social media because I post everything on there. I just want to give a special shout out, and I don't, I'm a little dramatic. I don't want to get emotional, but I just want to give a special shout out to every single person that has ever shopped with me, shared a post, send me some encouraging words, just supporting me in any kind of way, because y'all are the reason that I have the confidence to go ahead and step out today and live my dream. Like, without every single one of y'all, it wouldn't be possible. And I appreciate y'all for always being on my back, never letting me get the best of myself and falling off, because without y'all, man, I would not be where I am today. So I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all so much. You guys so much for watching and listening to me go off on my little tangent. But yeah, y'all, your girl has quit her job and she's ready to flourish. So let's stay tuned for what's to come. It's only up from here. And that's on period.